I'm pro-choice, and I feel very strongly that if a person wants to get an abortion, they should be able to, and they should have easy access to a clinic, and they should be able to go through the procedure without any shame or harassment. But we live in the real world where that doesn't happen. I've literally seen Facebook comments that have compared people who get abortions to Hitler. Yes, I've seen them. They are real. Anyway, there are heaps of shitty arguments that pro-lifers use. We all know that. But there's one argument that just really pisses me off. It's the whole adopt instead of abort argument. It just really grinds my gears. I hate that argument so much. I wish it had a face so I could punch it. Pro-lifers claim that life is so precious, but what about the life that actually already exists? There are already so many kids who are waiting to be adopted. In the US, there's about 400,000 kids who are in foster care, and out of those kids, there's about 100,000 of them who are waiting to be adopted. That's just the US, that's not the whole world. I couldn't find figures on the whole world, but based on how many kids are available for adoption in the US, it must be a huge amount worldwide. And more children become available for adoption than there are adoptions that actually take place. In 2013, there were only about 16,000 adoptions taking place worldwide. There are less adoptions taking place worldwide than there are kids who needed to be adopted just in the US. The amount of kids who need to be adopted severely outweighs the amount of people who are willing to adopt. So why are people suggesting that we add to this number? According to the World Health Organization, there is between 40 and 50 million abortions performed each year. That is a scary amount of potential life. So if people were forced to carry their pregnancies to term, it would not take long before we see detrimental effects on society and the planet. And remember, we already have overpopulation problems again. So remind me, why are there people who are suggesting that we add to this problem? And what about kids in orphanages and government facilities? They are not nice places to grow up. Underdevelopment, and a lot of kids grow up to leave the orphanages as adults. And once they're of age, they are on their own. Basically, promoting the idea to give a baby up for adoption instead of having an abortion is a super irresponsible idea, and we should just stop. But that's not the only reason it's a bad idea. What about people's rights over their own body? If someone wants to get an abortion, they should be allowed to, period. If we lived in a world where people were forced to carry out a pregnancy instead of being able to get an abortion, it would just be like, oh, you don't want this kid? That's fine, but you have to carry out the pregnancy to term, which means you have to be responsible. So no fun things like alcohol or soft cheese, and you're gonna have to make sure you get regular checkups, so you're gonna have to miss out on work. But don't worry, because in a few months, you won't be able to work anyway. Will you be able to get maternity leave? Probably not, but who cares, right? All of this fucked up shit is going to happen to your body. And when it comes to giving birth, you are going to be in near constant pain for 12 hours, probably more. Your vagina will tear open, you're going to shit yourself in front of a whole bunch of strangers, and there's a chance you might die. And this is all because we live in a world where some people care more about a potential life than an actual, real, existing human life, and they want to enforce their views on everyone else. I'm exhausted. I can't imagine what pregnant people have to go through. No one should be forced to go through this. Basically, the way I see it, it's my fucking body, it's my choice. And before I hear it, no, a fetus is not alive. It does not feel pain. It does not even know it exists. Scientifically and legally speaking, a fetus is not alive, nor is it sentient. Adoption instead of abortion is not a good alternative unless it's your choice and you want to do it. Okay, so I think I've been angry enough for one video. I want to hear what you guys think. Leave some comments down below and I'll see you all next time.